Howdy folks, welcome to the universe of Mass Effect Andromeda. Right, as I said, this is a carry-on of running through the games, trying to see if the AMD drives are working perfectly fine. This is the 17.7.2, which is their latest driver out at the moment. It's the only driver they got out on their webpage. And to be honest, it's working fantastic. I didn't see any issues with this game. Once I've managed to sort out a certain issue, for some reason every time you reinstall a game or do an update, it always seems to put it onto 32-bit compression. I do not know why. I had to swap it back to 64-bit and the game started running smoother. I really get frustrated when it's doing that, but at the moment it looks really good. It seems to be running. I had no issues, no stuttering at all. Not like before, I had stuttering, but this time it seemed to be running. The colours look perfect. I just don't see any issue with it. But what I'm going to I'll let you carry on watching the video throughout once I finish talking and see if you spot anything. It's around about 15, just under 15, under 14 minutes long. But, you know, just take a look and see if you have spotted anything which I've missed. But I've triple and quadruple checked the video and it looks perfectly fine to me. But, right, one thing I want to talk about is at the moment I'm on holiday. Last week I was in work, and I literally, on my second night of working, I almost walked out at the end of that shift. I almost quit my job. It really annoyed me. So at the moment on my holiday, I have been looking for a new job, and I really need to get a new job because I can no longer work for the company I'm working for. However, I am not allowed to say anything bad about the company due to my contract. Because the contract states if I say anything bad about the company, I have a disciplinary which could virtually mean instant dismissal. Which goes against my country's freedom of speech. Yeah, apparently I'm supposed to have freedom of speech. Oh, well, apparently that doesn't apply to this company. It's a pain in the butt. But I have to bide my time. I have to stick it. It's bad enough I'm going to have a disciplinary due to the fact of what happened last week. But let's go back right when I first started the company. When I first started the company, every time I've had my holidays, I've lost either 2 to 4 days holiday a year because I'm unable to take it. Unfortunately, this is also against the law. It's against the it's a breach of employment. They employ you and they say, right, you work for us and we'll give you, say for instance, 4 weeks or 20 days. Depends if you work 5 days a week, right? You work through the year, you take your holidays, yet you're not able to take your last 3 days. And what they're meant to officially do is give you those 3 days in the new year, within that first week, or pay you back. No, I lost them. At one point, I had booked all my holidays. My department manager messed up somebody else's hours in my department, and he gave him my week off. And I said, you can't do that. He goes, why not? Because I'm on holiday that week. Yes. Oh, are you? I said, yeah. Okay. Next minute he comes back, oh, you're not on holiday anymore, mate. I cancelled it for you. You need to rebook them. I came back 10 minutes later and said, I can't rebook them. He goes, what do you mean you can't rebook them? There's no available slots. Ah, wait, yeah, you have to go and see the manager. I went to see the store manager. The store manager turned around and said, well, you should have booked them. I said, I did. My department manager cancelled them. So you've lost them in. I said, no, I haven't. I want my holidays. No, sorry, can't. No available time. You've lost them. You should have booked them. I said, I did book them. And I literally looked at him. And the personal manager is now called a people manager. Got me out of that room before I got a little bit too aggressive. And she goes, you can't do that. I said, yes, I can. She goes, sorry, you lost it. However, all that was against the law. Because they promised me holidays. And if I couldn't get it, they should have bent out their back and given it either in the first week of the new year, or add them to the next year's holiday, or paid me for them. So, taking that in mind, we're going to go back a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks I was on holiday, and I had a week off. But they asked me if I could come in and work on that Wednesday. However, the day before that I went out with my wife, and I managed to twist my knees, which meant I couldn't work that Wednesday. And I came back to work last week, and I had to have my back to work interview, which was done right at the end of the shift before I was going home, which was my second night. And that is not allowed because you cannot do it in the last 3 minutes of your shift because it takes a little bit longer, especially if you're over the percentage mark, which means you then have to discuss, is there anything we can do to help you easier? Is this going to be on a regular basis? All this crap, right? which means it takes longer than 3 minutes. And literally, he started saying that yeah, he's taking over the percentage, and I was a little bit pissed off at that, because I said, well, I wasn't meant to be in that night, but you did promise to come in, so it's classed as sick. What I didn't realise, and apparently it's in the handbook, you're not allowed to do any extra when you're on holiday, which means I only had 2 days holiday that week. And he turned around and said that you only booked 2 days holiday. I said, no, I didn't. I booked the whole week. He goes, no, you only booked 2 days. And that was it. I saw red. I knew exactly what happened. They had cancelled one of my days holiday and turned it into sick leave and put me over the percentage. And I was fuming. And I literally told them to shove their job up their butt, and I threw my name badge at him. Well, not at him, but I just threw my name badge on the floor and walked. This is all on the shop floor when the store was open. And I'm still not allowed to talk about the company. Yes, I was in the wrong, but as you can understand, I have been ripped off before, and once again I was being ripped off. I went back in this week while I was on holiday. I had a word with the people manager. She said, you did it wrong. I said, no, I didn't wrong, because we haven't conned you. I said, she goes, don't paint me as... I said, I'm not painting you. Look, you're doing exactly the same as my department manager. I am not having a go at you. I'm having a go at the company. She goes, all right, I'm sorry. Okay. And literally, she said, it's in the handbook. I said, then they should have reminded me that and said, no, I should not, and told me I couldn't work extra because I was on holiday. They shouldn't even asked me. She goes, well, it's in the handbook. So I've lost that. She goes, no, you haven't. You gained back. You just have to rebook it. I said, it's not the point. I haven't gained any extra. If I had worked it, I wouldn't have gained any extra, would I? She goes, no. So what is the point? So at the moment now, I am looking for another job. While I was on holiday, the first holiday, I missed out on the job. A friend of mine, I went to see, spoke to him, and had a unofficial interview. And it turned out they were trying to get hold of me on that weekend I was away. And I was at a place at Centre Parks, where you couldn't get any mobile phone signal. And because of that, I missed out on a full-time driving job for Boots, delivering and picking up subscriptions and all that, which would have been ideal, because my wife is a bit fed up with me working nights now, and it'd been a lot interesting. So I missed out on that. If I had got that job, none of this what's happened just now, I just said, would have happened. So I've been trying to look for another job, and at the moment it's a little bit difficult. I can find shift works in the evening again, but it's something I don't really want to get back into evening. My wife doesn't want to go evening. So I'm going to have to try to find a really decent job soon. A driving job would be better, because I like to, drive around. There are some jobs out there. There's a couple of jobs where it involves you driving the car to one place, picking up, delivering that car there, and then be another car for you to drive back and bring back. You do, you got one car to one place, one to another place, and then it's always one kind of vehicle to bring you back, in theory. I know somebody used to do that, and in theory he got caught a few times, and he ended up paying for train tickets out of his own money, and the company he was working for never reimbursed him. But if that had happened, I would have to find out about that. But that sounds a pretty good job to do. There's quite a few white van driver positions around. Do you need any special license as a white van driver? I don't think so. If it's at a certain height, you shouldn't need to, isn't it? It's white van is just a bigger glorified car. It's not a lorry. It's not a heavy goods vehicle. So, I'll have to look into that. Yeah, if it isn't, I might apply for that. And get some better relaxation, driving around, a bit of fresh air out the window. That'll be really good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to let you carry on watching the rest of the video, keep an eye, checking out to make sure there's no issues with the graphics. Just to see that the AMD drivers 17.7.2 are working perfectly fine. I think they are. And at the same time, I'd like to say to Tango Echo Alpha, nice to hear that you enjoyed your holiday in Europe. You and your wife had a really good time. That's nice to know. I'm on my second week's holiday now. I had 1 week, then I was doing work last week, and I'm on holiday this week. And I'm popping down to the Tank Museum tomorrow. Yep. It's Wednesday evening at the moment. It's just before midnight. And I'm going to be popping down the Tank Museum on Thursday. So, yeah, you'll probably see this video probably Friday or Saturday. But until then, next time, it's me, Impulse, signing off. Have a good day, folks, and I hope you have a really good summer. Until next time.
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we can hunt that signal down.
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here. You thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
I'm not a salvager, I'm a Pathfinder. We've come to fix all this.
Call me Clancy. Pathfinder, huh? Like that changes much. The Nexus just can't let EOS go, can it? However much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help EOS. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Help me with the power relay, and I'll take care of the Ket.
You're crazy. Well, maybe it's a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the Tiger, it's on you.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.